Well, hello there, Tanner. It's been 3 years since we've done this. I spent a lot of time in the jungles of bamboo learning secret techniques that you might not even know about.
It has been a long time indeed, Fletcher. I, too, have been learning some secret techniques, and I'm ready to have another face-off with you. But please, you start us off this time.
I learned this technique from a bear. It's called the backside fork. Beat that.
Starting off with the fork, a classic tool. Well, I got one that also involves the fork. I call this one the bobbing for sushi.
Beat that. I can beat that. I was in Iceland one time. They gave me an axe and said, the only way you can eat your sushi is with this.
Quite an impressive tool that you have there. Well, I also brought a tool. This. I was told that sushi is like a fine wine, and you must treat it as such. I learned this technique in Italy.
I learned this technique in France. It's called the double corkscrew. Very good. Enjoy.
That was a very impressive technique, but let me show you something cooler than that. I was at home watching my washer machine work, and I got the idea to wash my sushi. Observe. Ding! Sushi, it's done.
Very clever. I learned this technique in Italy. We call it the pasta strain. Throw in there, let it drain. So good.
Well, I can do one better than that. Look at this. It's a bigger colander. I got this from my Midwest grandfather nanny person. Observe.
Wow. Interesting technique. Definitely one-upped me that time, but I'm not sure about this time. I call this the forking crab technique, where you stab the sushi and grab the sushi and go like this.
I see. You have to use 2 different instruments to get 2 rolls of sushi. This is the lobster claw. I just got 2 just like that.
Huh. A one-up? We'll have to change that. I got a spatula. I learned this technique in some weird restaurant. I ate 3 at once.
Very impressive, 3 at once. But I can top that. This next technique is called the shishka sushi. And I got this idea while I was grilling in Hawaii.
I learned this technique from some Native Americans. We call this a canoe. First, you take your canoe, right?
Mm-hmm.
You take your sushi. 1, 2, 3. And you go down the river and dump it in your mouth like this.
You may remember my old technique, the plate sticks. Well, I have perfected them on a smaller scale. This is the miniature bowl sticks.
Okay, alright. I learned this nest technique in a dungeon in England. We call it the chain link.
So, you know how many people like to use chopsticks? Well, I have a technique that's better than regular chopsticks. The giant chopsticks. I meant to do that.
Huh. It's hammer time.
I see. Hitting your sushi. Well, I have a technique that doesn't just hit it, it flattens it. Observe. And I call this one, that I learned from the internet, the hydraulic press.
Impressive. I learned this technique I've seen on TV. Right here, smash it, and it's smashed. Got it right here, ready to eat right off the grill, you know. Very scrumptious.
I see. You leave me with no choice. It's time to pull out my new trump card. The tiny chopsticks. Only the most skilled chopstick users can use such a tiny chopstick. And it goes like this.
Can you beat that?
Well, that one was cute. I call this one the Aztec. I learned this deep in the jungles of South America. Ooh.
I see. You are always growing more formidable, Fletcher. Well, let us not forget about the normal techniques of normal chopsticks. I think it's a good way to end off our competition this time around, don't you think?
Normal.
Normal? I guess I could eat a normal. I mean, like this? Totally normal.
That was very normal, Fletcher. And I gotta say, I'm impressed. Anyway, let's enjoy the rest of our sushi.
You know, Tanner, that was nice, but I got one secret technique you don't know about here. I call it Black Hammer. Are you ready? I can do it.